I know I'm Fiona. Bitch!
Hello everyone, Pantoufleee here today for a new video in which we're gonna talk about something that might interest a lot of you, because that's pretty much a guide on how to get your FCM 50 ton, your Progetto M46 or your M41 90mm Bulldog completely for free. If you remember, and if you've been in the game long enough, you know that Wargaming, every time there is the Twister Cup, they are trying to do some kind of an event around rating, battles, etc. in order to get people interested in this game mode to support the Twister Cup participants. And to do so, Wargaming does pretty much every single year a small event in which you're going to be able to unlock some free premium tanks. Of course, it's not a charity, you're not going to be able to get that working 100%, because if Wargaming gave away everybody a Progetto M46, they would completely destroy the matchmaking. But hey, it's free and you have a chance to win a premium tank, you can't complain. But now the real question is, how does this work? Nothing simpler. You have two items to unlock. The first one are the lockboxes and the second one are the key to open those lockboxes. To unlock the lockboxes, nothing simpler. All you gotta do is play rating or regular battles. And to know if you dropped or not lockboxes during your battle, you will just have to see your post-game credit score, and here it should be settled. You should be able to see it. And to open those boxes, you will need keys that are obtainable through different stuffs. The first one is the battle pass that is coming probably in 3 hours by now. You will be able to unlock some keys in order for you to open the boxes directly through the battle pass. So just complete missions will allow you to get yourself some keys to open some of those boxes completely for free. There is also a much more easier thing you can do to unlock those keys. It's just watching the Blitz Twister Cup streams directly from World of Tank Blitz forum or website. But in order for this to be effective, you need to be logged into your account on World of Tank Blitz website, because of course if you watch it without being logged on, how can World of Tank Blitz know who you are and how can they redeem the keys directly on your account? I think it's gonna be something like, if you watch for 1 hour, you will be able to unlock the keys, maybe one key, you know, I don't really know the details for that, but that's pretty much what they did last year, so I'm expecting them to do the same this year as well. And even if you're not watching the stream, just play it in the background while you're playing or working or anything. And I mean, it's free keys, to get some crazy rewards, so why should you speed on them? Just make sure to allow the stream to work, to be logged in your account, and just do something else after, no problem, but at least be sure to watch this stream on your account. It's important if you want to get some of these keys. But don't worry, if your goal is to just spend your money, it's a Wargaming event, so don't worry, you will be able to do that, because those keys are available directly into the store for 1.5k gold a key. It's quite expensive, but it really depends what you're seeking for in those crates, and I'm gonna tell you why. Here's displayed all the chances to get whatever you're seeking in those crates, combined with, on the top right, the percentage of it dropping. Just, guys, do a screenshot or something, or post the video, because I'm not gonna display that for too long, but I'm gonna talk about it real quick. First, as Wargaming announced in their announcement section, we have 1% chance of dropping directly the Progetto M35 Mod 46, so the tier 8 Progetto. But it's also possible for you to drop some cool stuff, like some parts for the FCM or for the Bulldog. Unfortunately, the maximum parts you can get is 15 per crate, which means if you are really lucky, you will be able to get your Bulldog or your FCM if you buy at least 5 or 6, even 7 sometimes, crates, which makes those tanks quite expensive if you compare it with the gold you need to get them. For example, let's imagine I want to get the Bulldog, and I'm really lucky. Every time I buy a crate, I get 15 parts for the Bulldog. My Bulldog is gonna cost me, as I need 100 parts, 7 crates, because if you do the math, That's what it takes to get your 100 parts if you're lucky enough to get 15 parts as always in each crates. Which means I will have to spend 7 multiplied by 1.5k gold in order to unlock the Bulldog. Saying it like that, it feels like this tank is not worth it, or at least it's not worth spending, but that's because it was the example of someone that directly paid for those keys. Of course, if you manage to unlock a lot of them before spending your money, this tank is gonna be cheaper. But you need to remind yourself that even if you are really lucky, you will never have a scenario in which you will be able to unlock every time you open crates only parts for the Bulldog. You're gonna unlock both for the FCM and the Black Dog if you're lucky enough getting a Progetto, but you will never ever get 7 crates, and out of those 7 crates get only parts for the tank you're seeking. That's why it's a little bit dangerous to spend there, and if I was you, I would rather first finish completely the event till the 29th of November in order to unlock the maximum of keys possible. Then you redeem them into your boxes and you try to unlock as much parts for those tanks as possible. And when you're done, you try to see if it's worth spending or risking to get the good parts to unlock the tier 8 you want, or even the tier 8 you can acquire. One thing I forgot to mention, to be able to unlock those boxes, you will need to play with tier 5 or higher tanks. You will not receive any boxes if you farm the event with tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 or tier 4. Now the second question is, are those tanks worth it? And which one should you go for between the Black Dog and the FCM? Because I'm not really going to talk about the Progetto because everybody knows how the Progetto works and it's directly obtainable. I mean, you don't really have to grind, you just have to be lucky in those crates as you will be able to get it directly. So, Black Dog or FCM? I think everybody's gonna say Black Dog, and I couldn't agree more, which is overall a better tank, but the FCM is still a nice tank. Let me explain. If you are a player and you're good with your RU251, then yeah, the Black Dog is gonna be for you. You have an amazing HE penetration, a great mobility, no armor, but a great reload time. Overall, the Black Dog is a really nice tank and funny one to play with. And regarding the fact that it's a light tank, it means its repairs are minimal compared to other tier 8 tanks, for example, tank destroyers, heavy and mediums, which means you will gain a lot more money while playing a light tank more than if you played with a heavy tank or something like that, as long as you do the same number of damage, of course, because you would rather play a heavy tank if you're better with heavy tanks than a light tank if it's only to do 0 damage, but that's logic. But on the other side, the FCM is a really nice tank. Of course, you're not gonna see a lot of them, simply because most of the time people tend not to play it. It's directly available for purchase in the shop as well every time, so I don't think people will try to get it. I mean, if it's a tank you can get whenever you want, you should rather go for the Black Dog instead of the FCM in this event, which seems logic. But the FCM has some crazy advantages considering it's a medium tank. For example, it's huge tracks that will allow you to side scrape quite effectively and bouncing shells. But overall, to me at least, the FCM is one of the few tanks where you really need a lot, and by a lot I really mean a lot, of skill to play it correctly, unlike the Black Dog. With the Black Dog, if you're lucky enough and the RNG is with you, you can run around without getting destroyed, etc. But with the FCM, it's not really gonna happen. It's either you really know what you're doing or you are gonna get wrecked. So to sum up, if you are an average player, you should go for the Black Dog. If you're a good player, you should go for the Black Dog as well, because the FCM is directly purchasable. So I think it would be a waste of time for you to get the FCM in this event, except if you already have the Black Dog, of course. And if you want my opinion on if you should gamble to try to get your Progetto M46, I think it's a bad idea. You only have 1% chance of getting this tank in crates, which means out of 100 crates, only 1 will get the tank in it. It's definitely not worth the risk. You're probably gonna throw more gold than ever trying to get it, and you will probably not be able to get it. That's pretty much what the event is about. I hope I was helpful. If that's the case, feel free to subscribe, like and share, and I'm gonna see you soon, probably for a new video or a new stream. See ya guys.